Welcome back, guys, to episode 6 of Plays versus Platinum podcast. On today's episode, we are going to be discussing trophy guides, good versus bad trophy guides, our experience with trophy guides, and our experience making trophy guides. So, I'm Jahan Zeb, and I'm joined by my co-host Score Addict. How are you doing,
Hello,
Score?
I'm good. Really excited for this one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one as usual. So we're going to run through what we've been playing, a bit of gaming news, and then our main event. And then we got quite a few questions in the Q&A, which thank you very much. So, Score, what have you been playing? What platinum trophies have you been getting?
That's such a good question. I've played a lot in July. And let me check my notes. So, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, I earned a couple of trophies. I did one where I have to use a second controller, like the horse thing, so a little bit of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but then it comes to the gaps. There are so many gaps you have to pass, and one of the gaps broke me, and I gave up. So I left that game. I'm not good at these games, and I have a lot of nostalgia with the Tony Hawk's games, but yeah, skill wise something is missing. The next one is I played a lot of Vampire Survivors, and the game has a ton of DLC trophies. So I got a lot of there. Then, maybe most exciting to our listeners, I have played some Wolfenstein 2 DLC trophies. Not the Mein Leben one yet, but I finished all of the three stories. Did some of the challenges. Just to get a feeling for what the content is in the
Does
DLC.
each one have a Mein Leben? Each of the
Yes,
DLCs?
yes,
And
yes.
what are we talking? Like an hour, 2 hours? How long is...
Yeah, I would say 2 to 3 hours, depending on your skill.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
2.5, 3 hours, maybe shorter. Some of them are very stealthy. Some of the missions, one mission is very combat focused, so a lot of enemies.
Okay.
But overall, it was good fun. And the main game I've been playing is Lords of the Fallen, the 2.0 version, the new one. So there is an old Lords of the Fallen, but I didn't play that. But the new one, and I'm in love with the game, but it has some pretty nasty end game trophies. For example,
Yeah.
collect all the armor pieces, and every armor consists of four pieces: head, chest, arms, and legs. And I kid you not, I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out by this, so I stopped playing. I haven't touched the game in 3 days. Well, maybe we have Saturday. Yeah, maybe Monday was the last time or so I touched the game because it's so many things to collect. Otherwise, the game is super cool. I really enjoyed it. I've finished 2 playthroughs. I need one more ending. Um, and yeah, it's convenient for trophy hunters. There are some cool features for trophy hunters. For example, you can start New Game Plus 0. That means not New Game Plus, where enemy difficulty is increased, but New Game Plus 0 means you start a new game with all your upgraded gear from the previous playthrough, which is super neat.
But the enemies are just like a new game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
normal,
yeah.
and so you are kind of overpowered, and
That's
yeah,
fun. That's fun.
it's really fun. That is my cup of tea. I really enjoyed that, and I'm looking forward to the third ending. Um, yeah, but no platinum this month, which counterbalances the fact that this was my best month in 2025. I got over 100 trophies, which usually I always get over 100 trophies a month, but this year I haven't. And so, yeah, July was the first month with 114 trophies. So Lots of trophies,
Damn,
but no platinum.
that's impressive. I don't know how many trophies I got this month, but I think it's at least around 30, but some good ones. So I have fallen down a platinum rabbit hole, a Call of Duty platinum rabbit hole.
Ooh.
So I played Modern Warfare 2, the new one from 2022, and I got the platinum in it, and it's an interesting platinum because it's only campaign trophies and like 3 co-op missions, but you have to 3-star them
Hmm.
and you have to play them with another person. And I've tried with randoms. It's just not going to work because it will connect me to randoms, and some of them don't even have headsets. They don't talk.
Oh,
I'm trying to communicate, and I'm
that's the
like,
worst. Yeah.
yeah, it's awkward. But thankfully, a friend of the channel, Get Shank, joined me and helped. So I really liked it. It was probably my favorite Call of Duty campaign. It was really well made.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
really enjoyed it. The co-op was fun.
Hmm.
So I popped that platinum, and then since then I have gone back to my PS3
Oh,
to
nice.
keep grinding Call of Duty Black Ops 1, which was my first ever online Call of Duty game.
Hmm.
I'm getting towards the platinum. I'm not close, I'm not far, but I would love it because it will be on PSN profiles. It will be my longest ever platinum. It will be, I
Nice.
think,
Yeah,
it'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
like
Huge
15 years.
milestone.
So,
Hmm.
and it's a platinum I really want actually. And you don't often get that feeling. You know, sometimes you play a game and you get the platinum, but this is a platinum where I really want this platinum.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that leaves me at 119 platinums. So
Mm,
yeah, the
nice.
year's going a bit slow, but that's fine. That's fine.
19
119.
platinums.
119 overall, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm mixing stuff up. I'm mixing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry. I was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. So,
No, no,
so my
no.
total number is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
119.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hmm.
Um, and then on to gaming news. So
Hmm.
there's a few bits and pieces. I think this week is the launch of Mafia: The Old Country.
Oh, this week. Nice.
Yeah, which is a prequel.
Hmm.
It's been getting a lot of gameplay footage. I've been watching it on and off, and it looks quite interesting. A lot of publications are like comparing it to Uncharted quite a lot
Okay.
because there's a
Interesting.
bit of stealth, there's kind of cover shooting. You carry a long weapon, a short weapon, a bit like
Hmm.
Uncharted is. It looks nice, the setting. I won't lie. When you drive in the old car and you're going around like Sicily and stuff, it looks really good. So
Hmm.
I'll see what reviews say about that. I haven't seen a trophy list yet. I don't think they've launched one yet. And then one of our favorite games, Last of Us Part 2, has
Ah, okay. I thought you meant
released.
the other one. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
one's coming, don't worry.
yeah. Yeah, that's
The
fine.
Last of Us Part 2 has released a new mode, which also
Hmm.
has trophies, and it's chronological mode. So
Hmm.
this is where you can play Toulouse 2 completely in correct chronological order.
Hmm.
I have not tried it. I think
Yeah, me neither.
I think I will
Yeah.
eventually. I'm more if I play Toulouse 2 again, I want to do grounded mode trophy. That's more fun to
Mm,
me.
mm,
But the chronological is, I don't know. I saw a few reviews on online websites, and some people have said it's a bit weird because, for
mhm,
example, apologies to anyone who hasn't played the game. We won't spoil anything, but for example, you start with the flashbacks. You know what I mean?
mm, mm.
The
Yeah,
flash.
it's probably a weird experience, but I'm
Yeah.
still interested in it, and it's I have a kind of love-hate relationship with this game. But it did things to me. But I also the gameplay is fun, and
You
let's
see,
see how this turns out. I'm really curious about that. So.
and then lastly, on to our other favorite game, the
Yeah.
game that both of us separately bought on day one. Both of us separately played only 5 hours, and both of us separately only popped one bronze trophy, and we
Yeah.
both walked away without
Yeah.
even knowing that the other's doing this.
Yeah.
Avatar. Frontiers of Pandora, I think the full name is.
Yeah, I think so.
This December, I guess, to celebrate the third film coming out. Yes, the third film, and it's the 2-year anniversary of the release. The Ubisoft are releasing third-person mode, so I'm quite hopeful that third-person mode will help me and get me more back into the game. So I'm looking forward to that update, but obviously it's a while away. But it's one of those games that I do want to get into, but anyway, I just can't.
It's an Ubisoft game, right? We both enjoy Far Cry, which is first person.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I couldn't get into it, but
everyone used to say to me as well, it's Far Cry with blue people, and I'm like, it's not Far Cry. It just doesn't feel like it. It's its own thing. I know why people say that, but it's a bit of a lazy comparison. But all right, on to the main event, the topic: trophy guides, platinum guides, collectible guides, video guides. Who wants to start?
Let me start with one thought I had, the first thought I had. And I want to separate trophy guides and trophy roadmaps. And roadmaps, I check for every game I play, I check a roadmap of a game if I can, which includes the difficulty of the game, the number of playthroughs, how difficult it is to finish, and to get a feel how many missable trophies, what type of trophies, how many collectibles, so I get a feeling for the game I'm going to play. So, and then there are complete trophy guides for single trophies and almost walkthroughs to the platinum. These 3 types, I think. So roadmaps are very, very frequently used by me. Full walkthroughs I have distanced myself from because they ruin the experience, and I'm very proud to say that I added a first blind playthrough policy to my games, which has increased my overall enjoyment very much. And then I use a guide for whatever on my second playthrough if one is required. And that's so far that's the best thing I did or have done in 2025, the one blind playthrough policy.
I think that is a very healthy policy. Really, yeah. I think that's very good. It's the ideal way to do it. Just go in and play a game like normal, without any trophy mentality. So with the roadmaps, I guess we have the big 3 sites. So we've got PSN Profiles, PowerPicks, and PlayStationTrophies.org. Those are the big 3 to me anyway.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference?
Out of convenience, PSN Profiles. Because I visit that site frequently, so it's just...
Well, it's got a lot of things that are convenient. I think I like that on the side of the page, the right side, all the trophies are listed, so you can quickly click on one and it jumps to it. I also like that when you get a trophy and update your profile, it goes green.
Yeah.
I like that, especially if you're like an end game and there's say 10 miscellaneous trophies and you're like, wait, which one am I going for? Or
That's
so I do like that. I like all 3. I find that my one thing that I have with roadmaps is when I see... So a roadmap will give you 3 things. It will give you the score out of 10 of how difficult the platinum is. Excuse me. It will give you how many minimum playthroughs you need to get the platinum, and it will give you the hours. And with these roadmaps over the years, I've come to realize that I will look at, say, PSN profiles and definitely power picks, and I will add 1 or 2 score points onto the difficulty rating because I think these guides tell you platinums are easier than they are. And the hours, I always add at least 20 hours on top. So when they tell me it's 5 out of 10, 50 hours, that to me means it's a 6 out of 10 and it's 70 hours. I find out of the three, I think power picks, they must be great at gaming and getting platinums. They sometimes put their difficulty quite lower for a game,
Yeah, that
whereas I would
counts.
have it higher. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right to play the game on the easiest difficulty, even though it's available from the start. I don't like that because then I'm feeling like I'm in trophy hunting mode, get the platinum as fast as possible, and
Yeah.
that ruins my enjoyment. So I start on normal, like the game is intended to be for normal gamers like us. And I think PowerPix has a good overview. He also gives a good overview over the steps that are required to get the platinum. I like that. And yeah, for specific games, I check his guides. But for the most part, I use PSN profiles.
Yeah, for me with the roadmaps, I just want like top line information. I just want to know. I want to know if there's like a real heavy missable thing, especially
Oh
in a
yeah,
linear game. If there's a
yeah,
real missable thing where people are like, you can do this, you can probably get this game and platinum in one playthrough and still have fun without a guide. But there's this one thing in this one area you can only go to once. You must pick up that thing. So I might want to know things like that.
yeah,
I don't necessarily want them to be like only use these 3 weapons, and when you get this one weapon, make sure you do this upgrade to level 3, then you'll be unstoppable. I
yeah,
don't need all that. I'm like, I'll figure out myself
yeah,
my style of gaming
yeah,
in the game, my loadout, whatever. So yeah, they're needed, the roadmaps.
yeah, for sure. They
They're
make it
needed.
very convenient to choose the next game. And if there are too many missables, I take a step back because missable trophies are really annoying, especially in linear games where you can't go back to. I think that is one of the worst things. Or missable collectibles in a linear game with no chapter select. Oh my god. A decent game is called Murdered Sole Suspect. It's a detective game, and all of the collectibles are technically missable, and it was the worst experience because I was playing through the game with the collectible guide, and there are so many. It felt like there were 20 collectibles each per level, and there are 12 chapters or so, and yeah, a lot. And that ruined my experience with the game because the game isn't super polished, isn't super. Um, it's not a triple A title, but I love the story and everything. But the playing with a collectible guide on my first playthrough that ruined the stuff. So yeah,
That's a good segue to talk about collectibles. So
yeah, I agree.
collectible guides.
Hmm.
So personally, I prefer text.
Hmm.
I don't, as we'll get into more when we talk about video guides, I don't like watching the video and they collect the collectible. Then I'm like, okay, pause. Oh, there it is. It's on the ledge underneath me. Go collect it. Next one. I just prefer a non-spoilery text. That's me personally.
Yeah, it depends on the game for me. I discovered text guides for me because I used to only watch video guides.
Yeah.
But in the past couple of months, I shifted to text guides. It depends on the game. Sometimes the guides are so confusing that
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I need visual context. Where am I?
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. With collectibles, text guides are usually a good thing. Yeah, I agree.
And I think I tend to, if a game has missable collectibles and it's linear, I think I will happily use a written collectibles guide on my first
Hmm.
playthrough.
Hmm.
I'll just try and find one that doesn't mention the game too much. It's not spoilery, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I remember, I think a good example is Guardians of the Galaxy Platinum.
Hmm.
It's linear, but collectibles don't work in chapter select, so you have to do it in one playthrough. And I remember thinking, I'm not sure this is a game I want to keep playing again and again, so I just followed the collectibles guide
Hmm.
just to be safe. But
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Collectibles in linear games. And I personally really enjoy open world games, and text guides for open world collectibles, no way.
I don't really
But that,
do it, to be honest. I'll just hunt about as much as
yeah,
possible,
yeah,
and then um
clean up, yeah.
and then if I really need help, but it also depends on um this can also, this is the thing, this is the problem with collectibles and trophy hunting. This is where it can bite you in the back. Now, if I remember correctly, and if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments, but in so Gotham Knights, one of the collectibles, and I think this was very cool, one of the collectibles is Batman's batarangs. They're like stuck in the side of buildings and stuff from, when he's been fighting crime in the past. And so I just went about myself collecting things as I went along, finding them. And then I think I ended up like missing 6 of the batarangs. And then I don't think there was a way of tracking which ones you've got, or they're not tied to a location. I might be
Mm,
wrong. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I feel like I had to watch a video and then keep waiting and going to the zone and realizing I've got that one. I've got that one.
yeah.
So it can bite you in the backside, but open world, I'd rather just hunt things myself.
Yeah, that's the worst. And I applaud trophy guides for if the game has a possibility, an option to list the collectibles in order, like for example alphabetically, and then the collectible guide lists them in the same way. That's very convenient, and I appreciate that. Because otherwise, if the game doesn't have any sort of tracking of collectibles, they don't have names or they are
Yeah.
sorted randomly. That's the worst. That's the absolute worst.
I like as well. Sometimes I think it's Power Picks. Power Picks will do a collectible guide, and if there's like a miscellaneous trophy you can only get in that chapter or that section, they'll include that as well.
Mhm.
So that will also come up, which is kind of handy as
Yeah,
well. That's
that's
quite that's quite good.
that's quality. Yeah, I really like that.
That's quite good.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
then I
collect.
think
Yeah.
I think in terms of playthroughs, it's very interesting when a game has multiple playthroughs and how the roadmaps
Mm.
advise you to do things. So I think for me, with the roadmaps, I like it if they do the two things, which is they tell you. So if you have a game like good examples of, like, say, Dead Space and Resident Evil, where you have to do different types of playthroughs with only certain weapons or certain difficulty settings.
Mhm.
I like it if they tell you in the roadmap, this is the most efficient way to do it, but probably the insane way because you have to be really good and minimal playthroughs. And then this is the most
Yeah.
widely accepted way to do it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I quite like that. So then you can kind of look at the options and make your choices.
Yeah. Depending on your skill level, how much you like the game. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Usually, I take the easier route because tracking too much stuff in one playthrough can be annoying, can be stressful, can be, yeah. It's
It's
yeah.
tricky. It's tricky. I've done a few playthroughs where, instead of combining playthroughs, I just did put one by one, and I got to the end of one. I remember thinking, man, I could have combined that. I didn't need to do a whole playthrough of like don't heal or something, you know?
Mhm.
So
The one of my magic moments in gaming was Resident Evil 2, and as you know, Resident Evil 2 has multiple playthroughs,
yes.
multiple hardcores, speedrun trophy with a certain amount of steps,
14,000 steps. Yeah.
14, yeah, right. Not opening an item box, don't heal, and stuff like that. And the thing is, I combined the one with the steps after I had played the game twice or three times or so. And then the fourth playthrough was combining the steps. I think no healing and no item box. Of course, I did it on easy difficulty or
Yeah,
something,
yeah, sure, sure.
but still, three trophies popped, and I felt so accomplished, even on easy, that was amazing. Three playthroughs, different yeah, things to keep track of, and I
Well,
did that.
even though it's easy mode, not using the inventory box, that's quite a difficult modifier.
Yeah, yeah. But since I knew the game very well, where everything was, I could, okay, I need that, I need space for that, but I don't need all the extra stuff
Yeah.
because it's on easy resources. And yeah, I agree. It was a tricky thing, but still, it wasn't overly difficult. So yeah, that was a magic moment. Three of these specialized playthroughs in one go. Was peak, yeah.
And then should we go on to video guides, text versus
Hmm.
video guides? What do we think
Hmm.
about video guides in general?
Okay, what do I think of video guides? I'm a very visual person, so I appreciate that, especially in open world games. If I'm looking something, um, and there are different kinds of guides, right? So in Lords of the Fallen, I collect many items, weapons, spells, and when I need one specific thing, I type in the name of that, and then there is videos that are very short, straight to the point. This is the starting point. There, over there, you can get it. Like I picked the shortest video possible because some of these guides have an intro and hello guys, I'm telling blah blah blah. No, I want starting point. This is the end point, and yeah, I did that for maybe 100 items, and that's super cool if the guide is straight to the point. And sometimes a video guide means someone recorded their playthrough and cuts to one point that is identifiable, and then he runs around 10 minutes not looking everywhere, picking stuff up, and somewhere in the 20-minute video there's this item I wanted to know where it is. And I hate these kind of video guides. Obviously they picked the right title, so I found the video and clicked on it. But yeah, there are certainly um, rules or things you have to keep in mind while making a guide. And yeah, but I like video guides, and if they are made well, then it's really good, straight to the point. What are your experiences with video guides?
Um, I think obviously you get some impressive people who do full video guides of platinums,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm not a fan of following them, but I respect those people because they make great platinum guides. I've said in the past, one of my favorite YouTubers is Optinoob, and he's
Yeah,
to me the
he's a legend.
master.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
legend.
because I will sometimes watch his videos of games I've already platinumed. I'm like, okay, what does he, how does he, what does he do? How does he propose it? And I'll see some of his strategies, and I'm like, I never thought of this. Like, I just never thought of this,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. So I like watching those. But I think when it's a tricky trophy, the video is king.
Hmm.
The video is always king. If you need to do a trophy that has like a complicated combat section or something,
Yeah.
you need to watch a video. If you have to do like a quick speed run through a section that's very hard, you need the video. The
Yeah.
text can only go so far.
Yeah.
This week actually playing Black Ops has been fascinating because the veteran campaign on Black Ops is so hard. It's so annoying, and there's not a lot of checkpoints. So I've had to watch a few guides,
Hmm.
and obviously it's a 2010 game. So like on YouTube, I'm watching guides from 15 years ago.
Wow.
It is so interesting watching how guides have kind of evolved and changed.
Hmm.
Even just how efficient the videos are and stuff like that. It's really good because I've had some where the guy's talking for 3 minutes before he gets into,
Yeah, that's what I
and
mean.
it's
Yeah.
not their fault. They're like, oh hey, this is a guide for this game, and I'm going to show you this, and suddenly I'm like, it's been 2 minutes. Let's just
Yeah.
just show me the level. Let's go. Like,
Yeah.
I find it kind of funny.
Yeah.
But in terms of following a video guide, I'm not a fan of the whole like a full playthrough in terms of
Hmm.
if it's a game and I'm following someone's full platinum guide and it's literally just watch a minute, press pause, replicate what they did. I don't I I don't I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm achieving anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
just replicating what someone else is doing, which in any area of life you want to do something yourself. And
Yeah.
but I don't mind. I think you can follow a video guide and use it as a roadmap,
Hmm.
but then you make your own decisions. If the
Yeah.
guide says get rid of this weapon and only focus on this weapon, but you're kind of like, actually, I like that weapon and it
Hmm.
helps me, I'm going to keep it. So you just, I think you can use them as a kind of roadmap, funny enough. But I think there's different kind of
Yeah. I have
circumstances.
I have two things. So one of the most video guides I have used in the past are in Souls likes. For example, Lords
Oh
of the
yeah.
Fallen. Sometimes the world is great and I like to explore, but sometimes after a boss, it is not clear where I have to go next. And so I type in where to go after boss and the name of the boss. And as soon as I see where I have to go, I pause the guide and because I want the new starting point. And sometimes it's not very obvious where you have to go. It's on the other side of the map or just a door that has opened after the boss. And yeah, that's something I've used a couple of times. And the other thing is, the following a guide um, all the way through. Oh no, no, I know. But sometimes there is a difficult trophy, and you ask yourself, "I'm not going to do that. How am I going to do that? I don't know." And then you pull up, you watch a guide, and someone does it in a way you can replicate, and it blows my mind. A very difficult situation, and someone has found a way to overcome that, and I'm like, okay,
That Yeah, that is, I agree with you. That's the good side of it. That's why I love watching Optinoob because like if he plays through some of my favorite games, I'll be like, oh, you just went down the left and you killed
yeah,
those two enemies, and then no one else notices you. Then you just walk through or something. I'm like, I this never happened. But
yeah.
on the bad side, how many times have you watched a video guide of say a hardest difficulty and you watch them do the thing you're stuck on and you're like, my game isn't behaving that way? I did this happened to me the other day on Black Ops. I had to do a speed run trophy on veteran, a small section, and I was like, the problem was it was at the end of a level
Mhm.
and you have to do it on veteran, the hardest difficulty, and I was like, the roadmap said you should do this during your veteran playthrough because otherwise if you come back later on in chapter select you have to play through the whole level on veteran, which is quite hard.
Mhm.
So I was playing the level naturally in my campaign. I was like, do you know what? I should really get this trophy now. So I don't have to play a 10, 15-minute level on veteran again, which is very difficult. I died like 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was watching a video and I was like, because you have to run in a specific place. I was like, let me watch a video to get an idea of where I have to run so I don't waste time. I have to do it in a speed run. And then I had this moment where these 3 enemies kept killing me at this certain point, and I'm watching his video, and he just runs, and one enemy just runs past him, doesn't touch him. The other 2 enemies aren't even there, and I'm like, this is not in my game. This is not what my AI is doing. So
Mm-hmm.
there is a part of video guides that could be so frustrating. It's no
Mm-hmm.
one's fault, obviously.
And I have an answer to this because I recently experienced this. Have you heard of patches? Of course, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Lords of the Fallen, all the guides are for builds and stuff for fun things, are from a year ago, and they patched the game to oblivion. It's not the same game anymore, and some of the things that used to work and are very cool don't work anymore. And so you have to find ways to get over that if you really need something.
Uh-huh.
But obviously, patches are a good thing. And the other thing is, yeah, sometimes I watch a guide and the person in the guide, the player, is very skillful and he bam bam headshots everything, and I'm like, bro, I need a guide. Why are you so efficient? And I can't replicate it. It's so frustrating.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
those. You made a very good point. There are some guides where I'm watching. I'm like, you're one of the top 15 players in the world at this game. Why are you making a guide? It's like it'd be like Cristiano Ronaldo making a guide on how to score loads of goals. It's like, yeah, you do. You're good at this. You do this. Not many. The average person can't do this.
Step
So,
one: dedicate your life 1,000 hours to this game, and then
but yeah, no, you're right. I've seen those guides where it's like, yeah, just headshot these 3 guys, switch to shotgun, headshot this guy, throw a grenade there, land perfectly on the 5 enemies. And I'm like, what? I can't do this. That's
yeah,
so funny.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had a thought, but I'm not sure. It slipped. Yeah, it's maybe we come back to it. What else is on the list? Da, 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 da.
We can give a quick shout out to some of our video guide makers that we think are absolute heroes. We've got,
Yes.
obviously, we mentioned Optinoobs, absolute ledge.
Mm-hmm.
Maka91 is fantastic.
Mac, yeah, he does achievement guides, but I have used his guides
Yeah, it's the same
probably.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Of course. I
He's an
think.
Xbox dude, and his communication is excellent, like really good.
Oh, yeah. Now the thought came back. So what I can recommend, with The Last of Us, right? There are grounded speed runs, and sometimes I watch the person who speedruns the game. His name is Anthony Caliber. So he is a speedrunner of the game. He holds multiple world records in this game for both war
Wow.
and yeah, some of the sections you can replicate from a speedrun, and it worked. Even I, who's not a speedrunner at all, could pass some of the difficult sections. So if you ever get stuck on grounded mode, check him out, Anthony Caliber. He is a legend. I watch his. He is the only speedrunner I watch, but yeah, that's also a good guide strategy if you need assistance.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes speedrunning is a good genre of guides to look at because sometimes running through is just the best
Yeah,
option, like
exactly.
avoiding enemies.
Yeah,
In fact, and a lot of roadmaps even say that they're like there's some sections where you should just run past the enemies, like throw a flash grenade or something and run. So
no.
So we've got obviously Maka, Optinoob, PowerPix. I think Platinum Chase is another one, a really good video guide maker in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously you and me have made video guides of different sorts. And actually, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, our most popular video
Yeah,
on our own channels is
by far.
a trophy guide. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I think yours is obviously the most impressive. It's the fantastic, very achievable, accessible Mein Leben guide. Um,
Hmm.
I've watched it. I think I've watched it. Is it twice now or 1.5 times? I don't know, but I really enjoy it.
Mm.
Um, it helps with your voice as well because the game is so stressful, but you have a very calm voice.
I get that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that
Thank you.
helps because there's like a million soldiers on the screen, and you're like, no, 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 just go here, lean out, shoot this
You're
guy.
right.
Two more
Yeah.
will come. Your voice really helps a lot. So,
That's nice. Thank you. Yeah.
um, and even in the Discord, I think your Mein Lieben video got a shout out the other day. I think in my
In,
Discord.
in your Discord? Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's someone, one
Yeah.
of the members is going to try Mein Lieben.
Hmm.
They're praising your guide. So,
I saw the comment.
um,
Yeah.
I I have made individual trophy. I mean, the Mein Lieben is a trophy guide, but you have to play the whole game and you have to know
You're
the
right.
game.
Right.
It's normally the final trophy to get the platinum. I've made individual shorter trophy guides. I think I did the hardest trophy in Batman Arkham Knight because it's a
Hmm.
very annoying combat trophy. And that's my most popular video. It was also coincidentally the first video I ever made for YouTube.
No way.
Not the first
That's
I launched. I remember I made it first and I had it ready, but I didn't want to launch with it because I was like, it's a guide, it's a bit random. But anyway, I
cool.
think I've done a few Resi boss battles guides, but I really like it. I like making a video that helps other people get trophies,
Hmm.
and nearly, I'm sure you're the same, but I'd say nearly without fail every 2 days I get a nice compliment comment on my Batman Arkham video
Mm,
saying,
yeah.
thank you, I got the trophy because of you. So I do like it a lot.
Yeah. That's a nice bonus. Yeah, what I really like, you made roadmaps, platinum roadmaps for Resident Evil 4, for example. I use that. Um, that's a very helpful guide. Hey, focus on this, and this is the best weapon, and so I use that. That's something I remember. I haven't played the Batman Arkham series. I started the Arkham Asylum game, and I want to complete it. I even have the book. There is what's it called? These these guidebooks. I have one for Arkham Asylum, so I want to go back to it. But yeah, it's a surreal experience making a guide, and especially Mein Leben is it's such a rewarding experience because I put in so much time and effort into it. Then I made the guide, and now the people comment back. They comment when they have questions, or after they get the trophy, and I'm like, that's cool. That's so rewarding because I have used in my 10 years of trophy hunting, I have used so many guides and everyone was helpful, and yeah, that's giving back to the people. And
Yeah.
one thing is, let me check, the rarity has decreased rapidly from my experience. So if you want an ultra rare Mein Leben or Wolfenstein 2 Platinum, do it now, because when I started, it was at 1.19%, and now it's at 1.52. So it's
It will still be
it's
ultra rare for a
yeah,
while.
yeah, 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 yeah. But I'm calling it now.
It's
This can be one of the super difficult trophies, quote unquote, that won't be ultra rare for eternity.
But that's so weird because then that means I don't know. I don't know what that means. It
Yes,
doesn't mean it's not difficult anymore. It's difficult.
it has a good guide, and more strategies
It's
has been found.
Yeah,
Um,
it's also very. I think it's become in our platinum community very popular.
yeah,
It's almost like winning the World Cup. It's like the Wolfenstein 2 Platinum is like the World Cup, And
Yeah.
did you
I
see
agree.
even on the YouTube community, you see all like the big platinum YouTubers going
Yeah.
for it and stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. What I, yeah, so it's very rewarding to upload a guide. The thing is, it needs consistency, and I'm usually not that into spending so much time making an optimal guide, because I think Mein Leben works very well because it is so optimized, because I had to optimize it for myself. Otherwise, I would have not made it. And yeah, good guides require a lot of time and effort to make a good guide. But yeah, it's one of the most watched, or the most watched video, because it provides the most value, right? People have a problem and you give them the solution, and that's why
yeah. But
it works.
it's also entertaining to watch. I still to this day watch playthroughs of my favorite games. So I'm just
Right,
interested.
right, right.
I'm interested in seeing how other people do it. You know, especially on hard
Right.
difficulties.
Okay.
So
Fair. Fair.
you know,
Yeah.
it's funny. I've watched so many Mein Leben guides that Wolfenstein 2 is comfortably the one game in my life I know the most about without ever touching. It's hilarious. Like I know like I know the chapters off by heart. I know the collectible. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, video guides is something I want to do more of. I mean, I've said to you privately what I'd love to do in terms of guides, but video guides I definitely want to try and do more of when I get solid time to focus on it, because yeah, I do like them. It's nice
Yeah,
giving back.
I would love to make another guide at something. Maybe, yeah, my big white whale that I'm hunting is the DLC trophies for Wolfenstein 2, obviously. The playthroughs on Mein Leben difficulty. That would be something I would really love.
I have a last question. I'm intrigued about this. I was thinking about this whilst we've been talking. Will we ever get to a place where we never look at roadmaps? You just go by the trophy description.
We personally, or we as a community, or
You personally?
I don't think so. And to be honest, that is a fair question. We could discuss this more in depth in our Dark Side of Trophy Hunting episode, which will be one of the next episodes. Maybe not the next episode, but one of the next episodes. Will I ever come to a place where I don't look at the roadmap before my first playthrough, right?
At all? Just yeah, you just
No, no
play it and
way.
you figure
No,
out yourself. Do you
the
know what? It'd be
platinum from
so
start to
nice.
finish only by the trophy description.
It'd be so nice.
It would be a crazy video. I would love to do that.
Yeah, that would be.
But I don't think I'm. I think I'm too.
Because that's how some of my first ever platinums were like that. You know, when I was doing Hitman 2, I was like, okay, let's figure out what they mean. You know, or Hitman 3, sorry.
Crazy question. I have one thing I wanted to talk. Oh yeah. Video guides can be very helpful, and then we have video guides too extreme, too skillful, and I can't do it right. And what I then do is I scroll down and I read the comments. And some of the most helpful guides for trophies are in the comments. And I want to shout out everyone who shares their strategy and things in the comments. I have one or two very helpful comments. I think it's one in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. There is a trophy you have to slide down a hill, a snowy hill, a certain distance, and I couldn't do it, right? And the thing that I did was to remove all my gear and funny enough, it worked. And so I don't know what it was. And then I comment that, and this is one of the most liked comments I ever did. So yeah, shout out to the people who share their guides, their strategies, their ideas in the comments.
Yeah,
VIP.
that's what makes it the community, isn't it? You can watch a video, and if the video isn't clear, it's hard to replicate. Then you can go through the comments, and
Yeah, yeah,
suddenly you've got like 200 expert trophy hunters there giving their own views and stuff. So
yeah. It's so satisfying.
fantastic.
It's
That's the thing. The guides are it's by trophy hunters for trophy hunters. So it's a community driven thing. You don't have to be you don't get a degree in making video game guides. You know what I mean? You're figuring out as you go along. So it's everyone helps each other, and I think that's what's special about it.
yeah, I agree. Okay.
Should we?
What is
Yeah.
else on the? Yeah. Okay. I think we have that experiences. Okay. Yeah. What's next?
Should we head towards our Q&A?
Oh yeah, questions and answers.
We got quite a few questions. So thank you everyone for submitting your questions. Really, really appreciate it. Let's start with our good friend Blinkum, who has an awesome YouTube channel as well. Make sure you guys check that out. And he has asked, how much time do we spend gaming versus trophy hunting?
Should I start?
Yeah.
So it is very interesting because last month or 2 months ago, I would have answered the question very differently. For example, I would have said, what do you mean? 100% trophy hunting. But now that I've added a no guide first blind playthrough to my agenda or my policy, it's gone up and it's so much more rewarding. Yeah, so that's a good question, and I have played longer games, usually Souls-likes or open world games, and one playthrough is like 40, 50 hours or so. So quite a bit. And yeah, I enjoy my time gaming more. It's way healthier to don't focus on the trophies at first. And this approach, this blind playthrough approach, has helped me return to my initial way of approaching a game. Because when I get burned out from a game, I can leave it, and then a year or so passes, and then I come back and earn the remaining trophies. And it's so much more rewarding than, oh, I have one playthrough and now I've done a second, and then another playthrough, and now all the collectibles, and 70 hours in a month or whatnot, and then the platinum is done. Yes, you feel accomplished, but more you feel relieved. And when you go back after a year or so, that's even more satisfying. So yeah, it has increased, but I can't give you a number. I haven't tracked how much time I've been gaming versus trophy hunting. What about you?
I think it's an excellent question. And for me, I mean, my gaming has become trophy hunting. Trophy hunting's taken over my gaming. So easily, as to give a numerical answer without fail, easily 90% of my gaming time is trophy hunting. And there's good things from that and bad things from that. The 10% of just gaming, if I'm going to be honest, is normally it's me playing Resident Evil 4 Remake again and again. That's like my favorite game of all time. It's my comfort game. And sometimes I just feel like playing a game that has nothing to do. I don't want to start a new game. I don't want to hunt trophies. So I'll play that. And very rarely, I'll maybe play a bit of Call of Duty for fun, especially if someone's online. But yeah, I think it's a solid 90, maybe more, but at least 90% of my gaming time is trophy hunting.
That's fair.
The next question from Gozetan. This is a good one. Would you start a
Uh,
game that has unobtainable trophies? It's a good question.
ooh,
It's a good question.
probably not. To be honest, I yeah. I I I have I debate that. I would finish games that have unobtainable trophies in my completion, right? For example, Uncharted 2 for PS3 has
Yeah.
one trophy. I will do that at some point, but I don't think I would start a game without the platinum being obtainable. Yeah. What about
Yeah.
you?
My answer is the same, actually, which says a lot about how influential our trophy hunting is. Yeah, for me, it's probably not. I think there can be exceptions.
Hmm.
Like, for example, there's a weird example, but it does work. Like Arkham Origins on the PS3 has it's kind of unobtainable because the multiplayer trophies are very difficult to get into the server. So they basically unobtainable.
Hmm.
And I have already started it, but had I not started it, I would be willing to play that game and just go through the
Hmm.
campaign and have fun because I really love Batman and Arkham. But
Hmm.
no, and the best example is, for example, the Mad Max game looks really awesome. I'd love to give it a go, but they're
I'm
so
so happy.
stupid, and that one trophy is
Yeah.
unobtainable, so I won't play it. So the answer is no. Um, and then next from our friend Jules,
Yes.
Uncharted Collection PS4. My opinion, brutal difficulty on the PS4 was the same as crushing difficulty on the PS3. Do you think the developers adjusted this and just added an extra difficulty setting?
Woof. Let me unpack that. So I played Uncharted 3 on crushing difficulty, and it was wow. I remember this was the first game I played on the hardest difficulty for a trophy and a platinum. And
And you played the PS3 version?
yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I played the first. I have the trophy twice, the platinum, but I have never started a brutal um, trophy playthrough on Uncharted because crushing. Oh my god, this. And funny enough, probably the first trophy guide I ever. Oh, the first contact I had with trophy hunters on YouTube without single guides was I watched uh, Ludi XP's Ludi XP's videos about Uncharted, and she has tips for crushing difficulty or brutal difficulty, I think. And she was the first trophy YouTuber I watched because of it, which is so funny to me. Um, she got me into this YouTube rabbit hole, and then it was Adam. Yeah, uh, but to get back to the question, I have no idea because I've never played brutal difficulty.
Uh, yeah, unfortunately, I can't give a thorough answer because I didn't play Uncharted on the PS3, so I didn't play brutal difficulty. Um, the only thing I can say is maybe there was feedback from gamers that the PS3 crushing difficulty was just too hard. So maybe for the PS4 remaster or re-release, they've made crushing a bit easier and accessible, and they put that hardcore PS3 crushing mode into the brutal
Mm.
mode. That's the
Hmm.
only thing I can think of, but it's interesting because then it also means the PS3 Uncharted Platinums are harder than
Hmm.
the same
Definitely,
exact game, but on PS4. And I only did PS4 and they were hard. But
I would say so. No, it was brutal on
yeah,
PS3. It was, and it makes total sense to me. You explained it in a way. Yeah,
so
I think.
that's all I could think of. But yeah, thank you. Um, that's all for the Q&A. So, guys, thank you so much for sending in questions. It's really, really appreciated. And always remember, you can send in questions about anything to do with platinums and trophy hunting, anything to do about gaming as well, you
Mhm.
know. Even if you have a small YouTube question, just feel free to ask. We're always happy to
Mhm.
answer and discuss your questions. Um, and then perhaps Score, do you want to talk about the
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
dark side of trophy hunting?
So one of our listeners or viewers, Dave, suggested we should talk about the dark side of trophy hunting, which is a super interesting topic. I think it affects a lot of us. I have made a series of 2 videos talking about it. So if you want to get a feeling for what that means, check that out. But my question for you, dear viewers, are if you have any stories that you would label as dark side of trophy hunting, please feel free share this with us in the comments. We will take them and include them in the episode. Yeah, leave us a comment. What are your thoughts on the dark side of trophy hunting? What are your stories? Yeah, thanks, Dave, for suggesting that topic. Be like Dave, suggest topics we talk about.
Yeah,
I think Valzu also did one recommendation. Yeah, weird trophies, and we will cover that maybe with him. Yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for the question. Thanks for the topics. Thanks for listening and watching. And yeah, see you next month. Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. And the next episode will be available on the first Sunday of September. So
Yes.
thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. And if you know anyone else that would enjoy this, please recommend it to them. It's most appreciated. And thank you for watching. Take
Thanks for
care.
watching. Bye.
Bye bye.